Hello folks, this is Wakawaka Doctor. Everyone calls me Wakawaka Doctor because I am a medical doctor who enjoys traveling. I've been to 79 different countries and I've lived and worked in 5 of them. Today I help many people to move abroad. I help them thrive abroad as well. On this episode, I will be discussing with Dr. Folasade Popoola. We'll be talking about everything between Jakpa, not Jakpa, and everything in between.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thriving Naija Medics. I'm Dr. Folasade Popoola, and here with me is my brother, Wakawaka Doctor. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm well.
And how have you been these past few days in Lagos?
Enjoying Lagos heat and traffic. I don't want to say the other one. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's always good to be back home, no matter how short. Yes.
Oh, awesome. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
I mean, I'd never met you in person. It was this video that I had seen with you and Jay on air.
Yeah.
And it struck a chord so much because of how every time that I hear these sad stories of how our doctors really have been treated for such a long time and up till now, which is really what made me start Thriving Naija Medics barely a month ago, simply because the negative narratives are what exist. And they are true. They are each person's reality. I also went through it. However, I decided to make something else out of it. But it's always interesting to me when I see your posts and I see you can go to Australia, you can come to New Zealand, you can go to, and I'm like, wow, this is a niche that you have basically created. Tell me about how it all came about.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. So, I mean, when I tell people that I've always loved Nigeria, and I still do, and whatever I do on social media is how I still show that I love Nigeria by helping people leave. I never for once thought I was going to leave Nigeria. Never crossed my mind. Never. But as a medical doctor who has trained, spent several years in university, you go for a house job, you go to a federal university, you're paid, I was paid 180,000 plus at the time. House officer.
Yes.
And, the next year, and as a house officer, how many patients do you see in a day? You will still be able to cope with 20, 30 patients.
You're working in a teaching hospital.
Yeah, you're doing your ward round, do your clinic. 30 patients in a day. I finish, go to serve, my salary, combining 2 jobs, was less than 120,000 naira. 2 jobs. And on top of that, I was seeing more than 250 patients a day.
Wow.
I've said this several times and people say I'm lying, but anybody that knows Ashubiaro in Osun State should go and see. I don't know if it's the same, but I was on that seat. The governor, for whatever reason, implemented free healthcare, so people were always coming. Of course, your job as a doctor is to see patients. You're not going to turn anybody back. So you do what you can.
Were you the only doctor?
We were about 3 or 4. And you see heads of people just coming all the time. So I looked at it and I was like, you just keep going. What can you do? You just keep going. And then one of these days, I think as fate would have it, amala is one of my best meals. So I went, there's a restaurant very next to the hospital where they eat amala. So I went there and I saw a newspaper advert. Doctors wanted in the Middle East, free flight ticket, free 45 days of paid leave, free accommodation, tax-free salary. Can this be real? So the interview was the next day. I wasn't prepared. I just finished work at 5 o'clock. Left the food, ran home, got my documents straight to Lagos. Did the interview in Lagos, got the job on the spot, signed my contract, dropped my passport. Everything was done without spending a dime. It was so bad that for me, I felt like this can't be real. they want to use me to do something.
I want to kidnap you.
I remove my kidney, you know. And I was like, Middle East. I mean, they want to, you know, train me and become jihad fighter. So I said, you know, and my mom of blessed memory, then she was like, you have to be careful. This thing is too simple.
Too good
it's
to
too
be
good
true.
to be true. And I was just like, well, I don't know.
It's a chance I have to take.
Yeah, it's the only opportunity I have right now. You know, my friends were going into residency, and I was like, let's maybe this is another path. I got there, got in with my passport. They stamped it. I entered. I saw somebody with my name, took me into a car, drove me to the hotel. And for the first, the drive was about an hour and a half. And we were driving, and for the first time in my life, I drove 1 hour without
No pothole.
no pothole. And I discovered that we have been programmed, some of us who've never seen what abroad looks like initially.
Was that your first time?
First time. We're programmed to feel that is normal. You would always feel your father's garden is the best. You see somebody else's own, you see your own is learning. So, got to the hotel. Of course, your phone, you want to plug quickly, you want to, you know,
In case light
iron
goes.
the clothes now, in case light goes. And after a few days, there's no need for that. The light doesn't go off. You don't need to rush. You wake up, spend the 5-10 minutes, press your clothes and go to work. And I stayed in the Middle East for 2.5 years. And it was some of the best time I had. The only reason I left was because career-wise, you had no advancement. If you wanted the money, fantastic place. And at the time, they were so conservative. It didn't suit my lifestyle. But I had made enough money to move on to my next plan. So when I got there, I also had access to travel the rest of the Middle East. So Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait. And you see, I'd not even been to Ghana. At the time, I'd not been to Benin Republic. And I just saw, so these people actually exist. They're warm, they're friendly, you know, for the first time I saw people, I go to a restaurant, they don't know you from Adam. They call you and say, brother, come and sit and eat. If you say no to an Arab man, he takes offense. And you say no because he has sized you up and feels like, okay, this guy can join me. And he calls you, you say yes. You join them, they don't mind. You eat.
Wow.
They might not. So it opened my mind and I felt like, wow. So if opportunities like this exist, imagine what other golden opportunities around the world exist and people don't know.
And that was it.
That was it.
And this was how many years ago now?
This was 2013, 13 years back.
13 years ago. And so far, 13 years spanning, what would you say the effect has been for you in terms of being able to influence people to travel and, you know, get a different feel of life and profession?
I think it's for me, it's been a pleasure because every day I read, I listen, I hear. Only in the last 1 month, I've been traveling from Kenya to Ghana to Port Harcourt to Lagos to Abuja. And people leave their homes to come listen to ideas and opportunities I want to share. I travel around airports and people stop me. There's hardly any country I've been to, 79 I've been to now, there's hardly any country I've been to where someone does not know me because when I'm there, I announce it. There's hardly any country I've been to, maybe Fiji. There's hardly any country I go to and someone says, you're here, come, you know. And it makes me realize that we're changing the lives of people. The story of a teacher who was earning 15 or 25K in Nigeria. I shared an opportunity. He now earns $2,000 in Japan.
Per month?
Per month. In fact, he wrote to me, I'm the first guy to travel in my town. Or is it village? In my village.
Awesome.
I'm the first one. And you've changed from 25,000 naira to $2,000. So there are many, many stories that I can recount, and this just makes me feel like, yes, I'm doing what I can. I'm changing lives positively, and that's
the socioeconomic reality for those people and the mind-blowing potential that it has, increased by. I don't think that is something that they would have gotten otherwise.
No. And I always say this. This is open for argument. But I always say this, that I haven't lived in both places. I can tell you for free that if you're outside Nigeria, your potentials increase tenfold. If you think that this is the height you are right now in Nigeria, and you're the king of the hill and you're very good. But I'm telling you that in a working system where things are functional and, everything is set in place, you will be times 100. I used to tell my friends who were much more, intelligent than I am, and say, look, you guys are wasting here. I'm not saying you should not come back and, or do something of sort for Nigeria to benefit, but I think that you need to go out there and just see. And just see that you will actually be the king of kings over there. So that's what I think.
So I like that perspective, because there is a part of it that I definitely would agree to or agree with. What do I mean? When it comes to getting to your full potential in any profession, it's important that you see what's out there. Why? Because in our society, we're still quite backwards when it comes to technology.
Not quite, very.
Let's put it lightly. We are backwards when it comes to technology. So in medicine, like I was just telling you about how during my residency, I could see the gaps. The gaps there were craters, like volcanoes. There was so much to do, and it wasn't being done. However, even though I knew I would go out, I knew I didn't want to stay. So I'll tell you a bit about my story. So my parents had moved to the UK in 2001 or 2002. I was in 100 level. And so we had the opportunity to travel outside the country every year. By the time I was a resident, I'd probably gone out of the country 6-7 times. The exposure for me was like basic. And what did I see when I went there? I mean, my dad is a doctor. My mom is a radiographer, and they were both working in the hospital. So it was quite easy to see, the lifestyle. And I could tell that, yes, we were, like you said, the issue was there was no issue with light, water, basic amenities. They were basic, as they should be.
Yeah.
So one of the problems we have here is that basic amenities are not basic. Yes. Nothing is basic. Yes. So those things were there. However, one thing I did notice was that even though they were in the system that worked, the people around them and who they worked with still let them know that, it's not really your place.
Yes.
So, I mean, I could say that, yes, we were comfortable, right? But I would hear the stories of, do you know what happened to me in the emergency today? Somebody actually said I shouldn't touch them. Yeah. Somebody actually threw something at me. There was a time somebody threw something at my mom. My dad would face panels every other month. He would face panels because it's something about somebody, again, not being happy with something. And I would wonder that, okay, I thought you were helping these people and, working with these people. Are they actually for you or against you? So that I could see very clearly. Yes, of course, there was a reason why they too had to migrate. And many times, on top of it, is always the economic benefits.
Yes.
But were they really happy?
Happy.
That was another conversation. That was what I took away. So for me as well, when I would go to something as simple as just go for grocery shopping, supermarket, you might see some store clerk who would look at you funny like, so here they come again. The migrants or refugees. The look was like, these refugees have come to eat our food again. And in my mind, I'm like, even as a medical student in Ilorin, you're not better than me.
Yeah.
So for me, it was it was now easy for me to contextualize it. Yes, there's water, there's light, there's everything we need, but am I happy? So for me, it was a case of, okay, would I be happy living here for the span of my life, knowing that we have a limited life? I have a short time. What do I really, would I be happy?
Yeah.
For me, it was fulfillment and joy.
Yeah.
But I also knew I couldn't be happy working in the government system here either. But the solution was that go and bring that technology. Come and give it to your people that don't even have access to it. And let us see what comes.
But you do realize that now, and you have done that, but you are a
one in
drop.
a billion.
Exactly.
But
you're a tiny drop.
But you'll be shocked.
Okay.
You'll be shocked because I thought so. But you see, every day listening to the negative narrative and the issues, and as in these are problems, see people that you have taken to the other side and that are doing wonderfully. The fact of the matter is that the people here too who have been able to bring technology back in and have been able to then provide these services to our people who don't have it, it's when I started talking about it that most people, oh, did you know this person? Do you know this person? I'm like, really? I know my people, but then I get to see more people.
Let me share my perspective. I feel that Jakpa in itself is a cycle. You cannot just go and be one way. It's a cycle. You leave this point, you go to where you want to go, you make money, you earn income, you get a skill, you buy properties, you get a passport, and then you come back home. I feel that where you're living from must feel an impact of what you've gone out for. So come back to your community, come back to your home, come back to your street, come back to your village, and even if it's one life to impact you, for instance, you've gone around, you've come here now to set up a hospital where people are now benefiting from. Home will always be home. Whatever happens out there, we would always have a home to come back. And no matter how much, we think, oh, we are happy out there, there will always be one person who will remind you that, hey, you're a foreigner.
Where are you from again?
Exactly. And I have always said this, if only the government we have will listen. I don't think, I stand corrected, but I don't think there is any Nigerian who will choose to live in Japan, UK, or US
just because.
No.
It's people forcing them out.
Yes. No, I've 79 countries. I don't find anywhere as interesting as Nigeria. None.
Not just interesting. Just home.
Yes, just home. I mean, diverse places, interesting places, lovely things to see, holidays and all that. But home is always home. But if only I can come home, not having to think of electricity, not having to think of accidents on the road, not having to think of insecurity, not having to think that if I fall down now, it will take 72 hours before ambulance will meet me there. These are the things we just need.
For basic to be basic.
When doctors were complaining one time, a minister opened his mouth. He is trained as a doctor. He opened his mouth and said, go and learn how to be a tailor. Like, they don't rate us. And that's my anger. They don't rate us.
It is that. See how it seemed. Saudi, they don't know you. Yet, the way they treated you like a king.
Like a king.
Just because they knew that your services were needed. And then right here.
At home. It's the opposite. Someone says, oh, you don't want, then go away. What is the budget? And
you were there, sorry to take you back, you were there in Oshobo.
Yes.
Attending to 200 plus patients per day.
The first clinic I attended in Saudi Arabia, 6 patients. The guys there were complaining. Today was a very long day. I say, Long what? Do you want me to show you long? Let's take a trip back so that you see what long is. And as a doctor, should you be seeing 200 patients a day?
It's absolutely wrong.
It's very wrong.
How can you even? I mean, after the first 15,
you can't.
you have
zoned out.
You have lost concentration.
But are you going to chase them away? No. So you still have to do your own best.
How would somebody say, "Oh, I give free healthcare without personnel"?
No personnel. I and many other doctors will tell you, you still have to bring out of your peanuts
to help
the patients who can afford to buy syringe.
And cannula.
You have to help them.
Yes.
It is that
we used
bad.
to pack our cannulas and syringes in our bags.
I have used anger to do drip stand. Why? How much is hazard allowance? 5,000. If something pricks you, you are finished.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. I've put torchlight inside drape, put it around your head, put the torchlight to hang. You are trying to suture just to see at night.
Ridiculous.
Why should that be happening?
It's totally ridiculous.
Why should that be happening? And then when you complain, they say you are not patriotic. It's not that you're not patriotic. It's you asking for what should be rightfully done.
Anybody who says people that complain about a system that does not work is not patriotic is a joker.
Exactly. So
because
we are saying
it's not like we don't want to work. Let us have the correct and conducive environment to work. Simple.
Give us all these basic things, pay doctors appropriately, and see if we actually leave. No, we won't.
No.
Maybe go out for the odd course.
Which is necessary.
Go out for the odd course 1 week, go out for the odd training.
Come back and implement it.
And come back and implement it.
Imagine if you had opportunities to go out, whatever field, and you got whatever training, and they're already waiting for you to just come and implement it. They're ready.
That's it.
But what happens is that you come back, you might have bought instruments and everything by yourself with your money.
We should happen.
But nobody's even ready to, okay, welcome. And life goes on.
Life goes on. So we are speaking to the government as well to say we have enough to make these things happen.
More than enough.
How
do we implement these things?
How many MRI machines in Ashubiaro when I was, and I'm sorry I'm mentioning them, but yes, I don't care. The hospital that you are implementing the free healthcare doesn't have a radiography unit that has all the equipment you need
to diagnose.
So when a patient comes, you still have to send them to a private institute. You are instituting free healthcare, but they will still take out the money they don't have in the first place to go and pay for basic hematological, radiological investigations.
The irony.
So who are we deceiving? So what are we deceiving? You tell somebody comes, maybe a fractured, maybe a tibia, or ankle bone gone. You tell them, okay, you have to do X-ray first.
No X-ray.
No X-ray. I don't even have the money to do X-ray. That's why I came to you in the first place, because it's free. But I have to see where it is now.
You have to do a basic blood test.
Basic blood test.
It's free. I'm not a magician. Exactly. And I'm not Babalawo.
Exactly.
I still have
so you now send them to a private radiology center where they will pay, I don't know how much, but they still have to pay that.
The services.
Then come back to you again.
Yeah. Big problem.
These are the issues.
Big problem, which is why we had to set up Next Hematology Foundation. Because yes, there are patients who can afford it, but there are also those patients that cannot afford it. And they will tell you, doctor, I'm not going, I'm not leaving.
And you have sworn an oath, isn't it?
It's not even because of the oath. It's not the oath, because the oath does not tell me that I should do things to my own detriment.
To the own detriment, okay, yeah.
I'm taking care of somebody, but I will do it to the point that to my best of my ability.
Yes.
But it is more of the compassion to say, how can I help? My family and friends are used to me coming, I'm back again. No, I need money. Please help me raise funds.
Yeah.
I constantly do that. I think the foundation will help us to now raise more funds. It will reach more people.
Yeah.
But these are things that when you think about it, the government should be doing for our people.
Yes. Provide the basic things. Let's go to the hospitals and have all the equipment. How many CT scans do we have in Nigeria? How many MRIs do we have in Nigeria?
How many correct MRIs? The ones with the 3.0 Teslas.
Yes. How many do we have? How many hematological centers can actually completely do a bone marrow transplant?
how many molecular tests can we do? We send everything outside the country as it is.
Why must it be like that? These are the things. And when you talk, they say, sometimes I make such posts on Twitter, and then you say, you are not grateful. Is it not Nigeria that trained you? So Nigeria trained me, Nigeria should kill me.
It's important that we look inwards and we are truthful to each other. Because the essence of Thriving Naija Medics was that the darkness was too dark. Yes. And just like you said, we're a drop in the ocean. But let it be that we can also give back. The essence was to spotlight that, so I also went through this system. I also saw the problems. But I decided that by force, I will find a way to make it work in this system.
Yes.
And the first thing and the first thought is, will it happen? Will you be able to make it work?
Of course.
That's always is it the light, the water, the people, the system?
But
will it not crush you? But somehow. So I know that there are dreamers out there too who are also not keen on going to stay abroad. They want to go train, come back, just because of the kind of people that they are. Let it be that they also see that, it's happening.
It's happening.
But more importantly, apart from the mentorship, because we want to start a mentorship program for our younger doctors, medical students, even whoever, other medics as well, it is now to a ripple effect into our system. To say, how do we get things working? Because for the past 5 years before I got medical officers, I used to work alone. And I'll just do what I'll do. Because I'm telling you, the medical officers that I got initially were not here. Their minds were not here. They're writing PLAB, they're writing USMLE, they're writing. I'm like, okay, why are you doing that? There's patients to see. But you're not concentrating enough. I'm like, okay, I'd rather do what I can do and be sure that I'm doing the best for my patients and not put them at harm's way. But I mean, you can't continue like that. And then we were getting busier. And so I got, and I think females, women tend to have more focus.
Yeah, you're right.
So I said, okay, I would have 2-3 medical officers. And they said, this kind of thing is happening here. The fact that my medical officer didn't even know anything about FRSs, and we've been doing it for over 5 years. So that already made me know that we're not talking about it enough. 2 is that we are in a system that there's light, there's water, there's food, there's medication, there's everything we need for our patients. There's no story about this one cannot be done. And it's somebody that is making this happen. And even though they're all on their way out, their mindset changed. Just to say, we can make it happen. So that means the government can make it happen.
Yes, you're doing a fantastic job. And what I've noticed recently is, over the last 2 weeks, I think I've been talking to a few people in different other fields, not just medicine, who are looking to also come back home. And I've been asking them, I said, is there something you guys are seeing that we are not seeing? And the answer has always been the same, which I like. The answer has always been that they've lost complete faith in the government. So now they think it is their responsibility
to make it happen.
And I applaud it. It's just that me, I don't have the strength.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. The truth, I have a friend. She'll say, her dad will say, see what Shade is doing. Go on. She said that Shade will employ me when I come back. Because she's not ready for that kind of wahala. Because entrepreneurship is extreme sports.
And I've heard it's even getting more difficult in terms of
the issues with the finances and economic realities. The fact of the matter is that what I've seen, and that one undeniably, if you are solving a problem, you're sorted.
Yes.
One thing that we will always have in this country is the population. You just need a fraction of the population
to buy into
to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's it. So solve a problem. You are absolutely sorted. Our first episodes were with Dr. Taiwo Alabi, who just brought the 4th robot into Surulere, Lagos.
Wow.
I mean, this is somebody who we all did residency together, who also saw that if I don't do this thing myself,
nobody's going to
do it. But do you know how hard that is? And doing it like you don't have support from, it's not
anybody.
It is you looking for who will help me. You and your two legs. And somehow it gets done. It's tough. And it's quite sad too sometimes when you see that these things are not supposed to be that hard.
But don't you think, and this is me asking you now, don't you think that it will be easier if we're able to get some sort of assistance from the government?
Not just easier. It will be beneficial for all.
For everybody.
Because how many people can we really impact? In terms
of one person, two people.
And it's a private setting.
Yes.
Yes, now with the foundation, we're able to find ways to, give people access to care where they don't have to pay, which is awesome. But this is just Lagos. People come from
Abuja,
outside the
Port
country.
Harcourt,
people come from all over the states,
Mm.
all over the country to come and do red cell exchange here. We've carried platelets to Kano.
Yeah.
A patient's relative has carried platelets 2 times from Lagos to Kano. Why can't Kano's system work? You'll be shocked that this same apheresis machine, there are like 20 in different parts of the country.
But they don't work.
Nicely packed in a store.
Wow.
Nicely packed.
Yes, just left there.
There's a problem.
But if you ask them, they'll say, we have.
Yes.
We have.
Yes.
Is it working? Is it serving any purpose? Are you using it? Who's benefiting from it?
So they'll think, problems.
Okay, we have to send somebody to first get the training.
It's okay to send. It is more of when you send and you come back. Are you making sure that it works?
Yes.
Because what I see is that this is just extra work for us. Who is going to do extra work? I want to leave here at 3 p.m. Let nobody call me back. That mindset needs to be slashed and taken out. We need to realize that this work is not, it's a calling. It is somebody's life. It can be you, it can be your brother, it can be your father. We need to realize that if we are doing it, we had better do it well.
Yes.
Why would you have machines locked up?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
It's so, and it comes back to accountability. To when you have something on ground, who is making sure that it works? Who is getting punished for it not working?
So let me pose a question to you. So to Jakpa or not to Jakpa, is it beneficial for the country and its inhabitants if doctors leave Nigeria out of the country? Or is it beneficial if doctors stay?
The answer is yes and no.
Yes, and I like that. So yes
Why?
and no.
Yes, because when they go, it increases their economic potential.
For them.
However, it's not just it doesn't stay for them.
Because remittance also comes back home.
I am a direct beneficiary of this. I'm very sure that is because my parents traveled, that they were able to sponsor me to set up Next Hematology. This current building we're in, I'm still paying back loan to my father. Yes. So if I had to go to the banks, I'll be strangled.
Yeah.
Strangulated. So, but that is also because, thank God, I could do that. I had somebody, I had family to go back to.
Yeah.
So that is a direct benefit for me. So that's the yes, is in the economic benefits. However, does it benefit us as a nation in terms of development of our healthcare? The answer is no. Because what happens is that we go to develop another nation's healthcare system, a system that respects you, appreciates you, pays you well. You develop a system, or you work within a system that is already working. So what I always say is that you are a statistic.
Yeah, yes, and just another number.
You're just another number.
Yeah.
You're just another. My dad he says economic migrant. That's what you are. You're there because you want to earn more. Yes, they need you. Yes, they will get you. But at the same time, when they stop needing you, They'll let you know.
They'll let you know. Yeah.
That's what's happening in UK right now.
Yeah.
And even in the US.
In the US, yeah.
And in many other countries. Oh, now you're getting a little suffocated.
Yeah.
Even when you're there, they'll make the criteria harder. No, you have to have done medical school here. You have to have done this. And then little by little, they will let you know that we are edging you out of the system. So some people say it's selfish. I don't think it's selfish. It's their country. They have to preserve their country. Who's doing that for ours? At the end of the day, just like you said, there's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
This is home. However, home also has to be conducive.
So we have to make the government accountable.
Accountability
accountable
is number one.
I remember there was a time I chose to be a bit vocal, and for me, even now, I would still, if I'm given a platform to hear my opinion, I will not hold back, because it hurts to. We don't want to be outside our homelands.
Nobody wants to.
We don't want to be outside our homeland saying, I don't derive any sort of pleasure saying, move to Switzerland, move to Australia, move to New Zealand, move to France. I don't derive any sort of pleasure from it. But I see that Nigeria will be built by me, but I cannot do anything when the government of the day is stifling your contribution or your own effort.
And when poverty is the order of the
yes.
day.
So I will now do my best. And that's why I said when we started this, I said, this is my own contribution to Nigeria and Nigerians, to help them see elsewhere, benefit from the movement. And maybe on their own, they can say, okay, they want to come back and,
this is how they want to give back.
Exactly, they want to give back. But that's a decision they would have to make. But I think we have to hold the government accountable. We have to call them out. We have to make them realize, why is there no, public health facility, primary health care in every nook and cranny of every local government, of every state, of every part of Nigeria?
But why? Are they functional?
Functioning, yes. They're not functioning. Not just building. Don't build one structure there, put 2 beds, and put somebody there. Put a chew office. They put a chew there as community health worker. I was speaking to one community health worker a few weeks ago. How much are they paying community health worker? 20,500. 20,500. I was like, how? How? 20,000?
This is
this year.
2026. 20,000 naira.
500 naira.
When even the minimum wage?
I said 20,500 naira. You parent, you have kids. He said yes. How? Of course, there's no way those.
And you said they won't steal.
Exactly. There's no way that kind of person will not be looking for vices.
Yes.
So we have to constantly call out these people to say, treat health workers nicer.
Yes.
Provide them with equipment to work.
Yes.
Pay them.
Yes.
Train them.
Yes.
And then they will be willing to stay. But until these conversations are had, or until the other part, which is the government, is willing to listen to what we are saying, then
and act on it.
And act on it. Then
because there's so much to do.
There's so much
because we're talking about a population of over 200 million.
50 million, yeah.
And we are here still dealing with basic stuff.
Yes.
Like light and water.
That is my pain, that is my grouse.
It's a problem. And I really hope, because how do we make systems like these work where we are? It is that we are 100% responsible for our electricity, 100% responsible for the water, 100% responsible for everything.
Yeah.
So you are your own local government within your own local government. And it takes a whole lot. The essence is that, look, some of us have gone. We've gone abroad. We've seen it. We know how it is. But the choice was now ours to say, okay, maybe this is not my choice. Why don't I try to do something else? And it was a case of, even though we are so exhausted most of the time, I'm telling you, social media, making content is the last thing on my... But you know how it was like somebody took a cane and was flogging me, that stand up and talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, who's going to know what you do? Nobody's going to know what you do. Everybody, the only glimmer of light outside is outside. The only hope is just leave this country. And that is what they have turned people into. People that don't, even people that love to be here, cannot be happy being here because the suffering is too much. But the rewards of being able to do what we do for our people here, honestly, I cannot put it in words, because your patients will pray for you.
Yes, they will.
From the bottom of their hearts. Because I'm talking about people that can afford it. They said, do you know what it would have cost for me to have had to go to India or the US or the UK, change my whole location?
I was listening to someone recently who said that you are just a sickness away from being bankrupt in Nigeria.
Yes.
He said dialysis is 100,000 naira per session.
A little less, but if you have to do it 3 times a week.
Let's say 50 to 100. You probably would do 2 or 3 a week.
Yep.
How many are you going to do in a month?
Yep.
You are gone.
Yep.
You're gone.
Is it salary?
Exactly.
Even the person that's earning well, you have.
How much is blood transfusion? You probably pay, I expect, about 50,000.
Or it's more.
Or more. You see?
Yes.
If you need a lot of blood transfusion, you're drained.
Yep.
These are the issues.
For instance, our red cell exchange transfusions that you were seeing downstairs. A patient uses 10 units of blood, 12 units of blood sometimes. One patient.
Wow.
So the procedure itself costs like 2 million. So
how many people?
Yes. Those are the questions.
Yeah.
Those are the questions. But it's somebody's life.
Yes.
So you see those people that have
and every life should count.
Every life must count. And that's the question we must ask. Do our lives count? Are our lives truly on top of the
priority?
radar?
Yes. Tough question, which we hope gets answered. Which we hope gets answered.
There's a lot to do, but thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I think the fact that, and I don't know if you've been able to account for the number of people that you've been able to.
No, not possible.
It's not possible. Hundreds of thousands.
It's
and I know the impact would have been so massive for those who were able to benefit from it. But my prayer is also that someday, they are able to also come back to give back to the society. But more importantly is that the government do really need to wake up to the call. We know that people will leave in their thousands. The question is why?
Why? Yeah.
Can we truly answer that question truthfully and make a change so that people actually want to stay?
Yeah. That's the question. Let's hope it gets answered. So.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.